Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Awaken the World Quick Talk. Today, the depth of the programming. It, of course, is Monday, May 6, 2019, I think, and it is definitely 5:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hello, hello, hello. The depth of the programming. This is going to be a really interesting discussion. It's not going to be a long one, of course, because then it wouldn't be a quick talk. The point being is that we are programmed, and why are we programmed? We're programmed because our parents and everyone we knew at birth was programmed. I see Kim is here. Hello, Kim. Nice to see you again. Always good to see you. So we're just talking about programming, and this programming extends far back in time. It really does. It literally evolved. And as society evolved and as societies evolved, that programming is inlaid into generation after generation after generation. And of course, we're susceptible to the programming from previous generations because it's usually inlaid into us by our parents and grandparents, aunts and uncles, and older siblings perhaps, when we're quite young. Now imagine that you are a powerful spiritual being and you are manifesting egoic consciousness, i.e. a human being, into this world. And of course, the human being just so happens to pop out of the womb of the female of the species, and instantly the male and female coupling that created that offspring, well, they begin to program that offspring. And this programming, although it can be done out of spite and malice and ill will, for the most part, it's done out of whatever version of love that the parents, grandparents, etc., have come to understand for themselves. And that version of love, of course, is also a result of their own personal programming. So where are we all in this? This is the real conundrum and the puzzle, okay? It's definitely not a problem. Believe me, that sea of consciousness, everything is perfect. God does not make mistakes, despite what religion would try to convince you of, okay? Look everywhere around you. Everything functions perfectly, which means we function perfectly too. Absolutely perfectly. But the depth of the programming within extends to every aspect of our existence, from ideas of what we are capable of doing physically, mentally, beyond those realms. You know, Kelly will tell you, okay, that there's a deeper reason why I'm called the tiger, okay? And the reason is I am still capable to this day, on rare occasion, of dropping my human form and choosing to take on that of a tiger. We were on vacation a couple years ago, and there was a giant cave half up the side of this mountain, and in the last 50 years nobody had gone up there, and I understood why. It was a 70-degree slope, all rock, covered by old dead wood, barely any life, and an incredible climb. Well, I went up there, and when I came back, she says, how'd you get up there? And I said, well, I got up there by not going in my human form. And the cave turned out to be nothing at all. So that's just an example of part of the programming where we're programmed to believe that this shape is the only shape we're capable of. I mean, really, do you think that all-powerful being of which you are part of is not capable of manifesting other physical shapes? But you're programmed to believe otherwise. There's something known as the light body, and in this case we're talking from a martial arts perspective. When I was at the Temple of Light in China, I went there to train for a short period of time. And in that short period of time, I mastered a very, very tiny bit of the wisdom it takes to let go of your weight, to not weigh anything. And even though what we see in martial arts movies is heavily exaggerated and often, includes guy wires and the whole bit, if you watch carefully, you will see more than what humans are capable of being exhibited all the time. Another case, and again, this has been recorded and is verified, and it's not just one, but it's many. A grandmother lifts a 2.5-ton vehicle off of her injured grandchild. She does so how? How does a grandmother lift a 2.5-ton car? Well, of course, that's impossible, right? You've been programmed to believe it. But in the state of absolute fear and concern and worry and love for that child, the egoic mind pops. And in that space, anything is possible. Because there is no programmed you in the way to get in the way of it. So how do we get by this programming? And again, these are just little physical examples. This programming extends to what we believe, what we choose to eat, how we choose to behave, how we choose to respond to others. We have been trained into it. And I am not saying that a great deal of that programming does not have value, because every experience, every bit of that programming was planned to give you a certain point of view to start from, to set you on the path, not to do you harm, not to make to suffer, not to make you suffer, but to help raise your consciousness, to help you grow and evolve out of infinite love and understanding. An experience that will last in eternity, this adventure you have right here, right now, in this life. Letting go of the programming involves examining every aspect of what you think, feel, and believe. Taking to the time to see if you can find where it came from. And start making those decisions for yourself. This has been said over and over again, and it's brought up in conversations with God. And in that, God says to Neil Donald Walsh, how do you be like Christ? You start off by pretending that you're Christ. You pretend with yourself that if you were capable of all these things, if you believed in all these things, how would you choose to act? That's how you defeat the programming. You start making the choices consciously, instead of allowing them to occur unconsciously, in the sleeping dream. Do not belittle, berate, or make less of yourself over the choices you may have made or the choices you make right now. Every choice leads to the opportunity for another level of conscious awakening. And sometimes when we do wake up a little bit, we look back, and Kelly was famous for this for the first 2 years straight. She would berate, belittle, and beat herself up over all the things she did in the past, never understanding that all those things were gloriously leading her towards me and our life together, and all those things that we're involved in now. All of it was leading right here. Gratitude for everything that comes your way is another fantastic way to let go of the programming. Understanding that no matter how you choose to judge it, it is serving you. It is offering you an opportunity to grow and evolve. Look upon things that come towards you in that manner, and you will find that even the most troublesome experience becomes lighter, not so heavy. At every level, choose for yourself. choose for yourself how to reprogram yourself. It's possible. It's happening already without your awareness. With your awareness, you can accelerate this process and change any aspect of your existence. And as you're well aware, Kelly and I are both available anytime you need us. Contact us privately. We'll set up a video messenger call, and we will help you with anything we can. All our love today. Namaste from both Kelly and myself. We will see you again very soon.